I know. Just wait. Just wait. Hello, guys. I'm just. This is a 5 week update. I'm about 3 days, maybe 4 days late doing it, but I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna be just brutally honest. I'm still dealing with the loss of my little baby Winston. So I have days where I'm functioning really well, and then I have days where I just think about him a lot, and I start trying to do something, and then I just end up just sitting there crying. So I had a couple of days like that recently, and so I'm 4 days late. But that whole time, I'm still sitting here with the puppies, taking care of them. But yeah, I've got my. I'll just show you because I'm on the laptop camera, and then I've got a little camera set up for to show you the puppies. This is a higher quality camera, so you can see the puppies better. But really quick, this is next to my laptop. This is Winston is right here, and then one of my phone cases has a picture of Winston on it. This is obviously his collar right here with his little tag, his little paw print, and a candle and whatnot. But either way, I'm just late because you have good days and bad days, right? So these guys are sticking pretty true to form. They're wide awake. They're playing. They grab a toy. They're playing tug of war. They're running around. They're tackling each other. They're doing everything a 5 week old puppy should do. And then as soon as I set up the camera and hit record, they go to bed. So I tried to do a live feed. I don't know, 5, 6 days ago. I can't remember now. And same thing. They were full of energy. They were playing, and it was just so adorable to watch them. And then as soon as I had everything set up and I started streaming, they went to bed. That when you hear that bark, that's the notification on my phone. Is actually Winston's bark. So if I get a text or an email or anything, you'll always hear Winston's bark. So I'm gonna wake them up in a little bit, but they have been sleeping a lot, and then they woke up just to play a little bit. So I just assumed, they're going to be up for a while now, and this is a good time to do a 5 week update, and then they all go back to bed. But before I wake them up, I'm just going to show you how we changed their area. They have. Let me just take a sip really quick. Oh, and here's Mommy right beside me. That's Spaghetti. Betty Spaghetti. Okay. And then Dixie is behind me, right there. Oh, and there's Casper. Hey, Casper. I'm not really like staring at the camera. I'm staring at the monitor just to see if I have Casper in the shot of this little held camera. Anyways, so they're 5 weeks and 4 days, I believe. So obviously we had a small pool. Well, not a small pool. That plastic one over there is a small one. That's really small, and that's what I put there. I put it on the floor just right here, and then they have their little food bowl, and that's where they'll eat. And then when they're done eating, I take them and I put them back in here. But we've always had two pools. We have a larger than that one, but the same style as that one, only larger. And we'll have it in here if you look at our older videos, and it comes all the way around. And then we have this larger pool, which is this pool. That goes around the smaller pool. But I took that pool out last night, and the reason I did that, I'm trying something different with them. We have the other pool that usually sits inside here. We have like 4 of them, so probably every 6 hours or so we rotate them, and the one pool comes out, like the inside pool, it comes out, and then we have one that's been cleaned, disinfected, it goes in, and then put a new blanket down. And then the dirty ones are cleaned, and they're constantly rotating. What I've done now is last night, I took that inside pool out. And the reason I did that is I cut the walls, if you can see. Let me just grab a little pointer. Sorry about the camera, I cut the wall right here of that pool, and then I cut it right here. And then I took the bottom, this is the bottom of a large dog crate. I took the top off and I took the door off, and then these bars that go around, they're inside the pool and they go around the perimeter of the pool. I drilled some holes in this dog crate and then zip tied it to the bars here and on this side. And then I got a grate from the shelving department of like a local Home Depot, and then I cut it to fit the bottom of that dog crate. So the final result is like a little porta potty for the puppies. It's dirty right now, but I want it to stay dirty. I don't want to clean it out. I want them to know that that's where they go. So, so far so good. The last night was the first night. Three or four of them, it's like they instinctively knew. They climbed up. It's only about a 4-inch lift. They climbed. Oh, sorry, my hand. They climbed up and they went right in there and they peed and they pooped. Of course, the pee and the poop, it falls through the bars. And then today there was a couple that had a few accidents. So what I did was I took a baby wipe and I picked up the little poops, and instead of just discarding them, I actually just dropped them there so they fell through the grill, because I don't want to clean that yet. I want to keep that area so they know that's what it's for. And then I can start cleaning it on a regular basis. But I want to keep that over there a bit more dirty so they know. So how it is I don't know if my cord's long enough, but it's a metal grate, and it sits about 4 inches higher than the pee pad that's below it. So as soon as they poop or pee, the poop falls right through. So that way they're not walking in it. And then they come back and they have this cleaner area to sleep in. So even though we're changing the pools probably 3 times a day at least, this hopefully might be actually even better, because we'll still have to change the blankets quite often because there's going to be accidents. They're puppies, but a lot of times when a puppy poops, they'll try to eat it, and you're not always there when they poop. You could be yourself running to the store, or you could just be doing a load of dishes in the kitchen and a little puppy will poop and then instantly try to eat it, right? Because they don't know they're puppies. So every time you see it, you try to avoid it. You try to pick it up right away so they don't eat it. But it's always going to happen. There's always going to be that time that they get to it, right? So hopefully this will reduce the likability of that happening, because when they poop, it falls through the grate and they can't get to it. And when it's time to clean, it's super easy. I can just wipe down the top of the grate with a baby wipe, and then I can pick the grate up, roll up the diaper pad, the pee pad, throw in the garbage, put a new pee pad down, and then put the grate back down. The bars are just close enough together that their feet don't go through them, so their little legs don't get stuck, because they're now 5 weeks old. You probably couldn't do this if they were 3 weeks old, but it's big enough for the little poopies to fall through. So after all that's been said, you're going to see little bits of stuff here in the blanket. What happened was, I have the small bowl, not bowl, but the small pool, and it sits on the floor, and that's where they have their food. And when they're done eating, they're back in here. 4 of them were done eating, and 2 of them, I don't remember which 2 now, but 2 of them were still eating. But I had to go outside and put some stuff away. So I thought, oh, whatever. So I put the 4 back in here, and then I put the food bowl in here too. And then I put the other 2 in. So that way the other 2 could continue eating as I went and closed up the backyard, basically. Huge mistake, because it's like they were all playing in it. And then when I got back, there was little bits of food all through their blanket. So I'm going to have to change their blanket in a bit, but I'm not doing it yet. I'll probably do it later. It's just a little bit of food in here, but no mess. But I'm going to wake them up in a little bit so you can see them. I know it's a 5-week update on the puppies, and I spent the first, I don't know, 10 minutes talking about their setup. But the thing is, their setup is part of them, right? It's how you're always evolving, right? And when they're 5 days old, they're in an incubator, right? Up until they're 12, 14 days old, and they only come out to eat every hour and a half, 2 hours. 3 weeks, you've got the double pool liner and stuff like that. And now they're at 5 weeks. Their poop's a little bit bigger. We don't when they're like 2 weeks, mommy's always licking them and stuff. But now at 5 weeks, I mean, it's just like actual poop. It's not little baby poop anymore. So you don't want the puppies eating it. You want to always try to think of something else. So this is new. We have never done this, but we're trying this now. And if it works better, and if they get used to it, then all of our future puppies will have it too. If not, we'll just go back to the double pool where we switch the pools out like 3-4 times a day. All right, I'm going to set up. No, I won't. I'm going to stop the video, and then as soon as they wake up, I'm just going to start recording. So then you can see them at 5 weeks, 5 weeks and 4 days. You can see them jumping around, playing, and whatnot. I always say I'm going to wake them up, but I just don't have the heart. But yeah, right here is, I gotta look at the camera. So this is Milkshake. This is Waffles, Pistachio, Domino, Stuart, and Mushu. I'm going to wait actually. I'm watching some YouTube videos myself right now because I'm up with the puppies. So, oh, are they waking up now? Oh no. No. So what I'll do is, as soon as they wake up, I'll just start recording. Not so much that I can talk and blab, but so you can actually see them playing and how they are at 5 weeks. Because the main thing about this video, it's supposed to be an update on the puppies, not just me talking about their pooping situation. Okay, so it's been an hour and a half. Just under 2 hours. They're wide awake. I'm just going to grab the camera so I can move it around. You know what? No, it's a pretty good shot right now. Okay, when you see me looking this way, it's not because I'm staring at myself. I'm trying to see how I have the puppies in the shot. So when I take this camera and as I'm moving it around, I have to look at the monitor. You know what I mean? So here we go. They're playing now. Let me see if Mushu's right here. Oh, 1 second. Domino just peed there. I just want to get that really quick. So they're still not completely getting the concept yet of their toilet, but they're getting there. Okay, so here we have that's Domino right here, Mushu, and over there in the little porta potty, that's Stuart, way at the back over there. He's crying. Hopefully he goes to the bathroom. Oh, perfect. All right, Stuart. So he was one of the first ones to use it last night. This is the second night that it's been set up. There. So now there's no way he can grab it and try to eat it because it falls right through the grate and it's below them. And that keeps the poop out of this area. But I mean, they are still having accidents because they are babies. But for the most part, hopefully that new system works better than the other one. All right, so here we have Milkshake, Pistachio, and Waffles play fighting. And then Domino and Mushu play fighting. And there's Stuart right there. He just went to the bathroom and he's on his way back to the little play area. Okay, guys, don't get too rough. You know what? Let me turn on the other light so you can see them a bit better. 1 second. Oh, no, 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 don't do that. I don't know if that helps, but I turned on the other light so you can see them a little bit better. Oh, now Pistachio has gone to the toilet over there. Maybe not using it, maybe she's just exploring, but hopefully she goes to the bathroom over there too. Whoa, Domino just took down Milkshake. Big time takedown there. Pistachio, what you doing? I'll forget it. That's Mummy. Mommy and daughter. Hello, Mushu. Hello. Oh, okay. Oh boy. That's Stuart. Hi, Stuart. That's Stuart at 5 weeks old. He's already sold, but this video is not really just for people that might want to buy a puppy. This is also videos that, like for example, Stuart's mommy and daddy can come back and they can see him in this video when he was 5 weeks old. That's little Stuart. Oh boy. Oh boy, Stuart. Oh, he barked. Well, I didn't bark. It was like a little growl. He's like they're just doing that now. They're like, it's adorable. Maybe that's the last time I'll ever try to growl like a puppy. I just sound like an idiot, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. They're just now experimenting with their vocals and their small little barks and growls, and it's just adorable. Oh, now Stuart's getting beat up. Stuart, your mommy and daddy are going to be watching this video and you're getting beat up. Well, now he's... I don't know why, but Pistachio is constantly going over to this part of the pool and trying to pull the plastic. Trying to lift the plastic up. Hi, Waffles. Milkshake. Oh. Domino's just flat out getting beat up at this point by Mushu. And there's Pistachio. Oh no, now focused on the blanket. I guess you're going to be a destructive one, Pistachio. Eh? You just want to chew and pull and everything. I put this just last night in because of Pistachio, because she's grabbing at the liner of the pool trying to pull it up. So I put this in thinking that she would focus on this, but... Oh, no, I'm in it. Stuart, No, what are you pulling the water for? No. Don't pull the water bowl. No. Stuart. Tried to get close up when he turned away. Hi, guys. Do I have them in the shot? Yeah, 4 of them. See how they hop? Oh boy, Domino just did like a backwards hop. That's a rough, guys. In a few minutes, I'm just gonna let them play, but in a few minutes, I'm gonna hold up each one so you can get a close up of their face. Like I'll hold them up to the camera. So if they're still available, you can see them, a close up of them. And if they're not available, and you're the future mom or dad of the one that's not available, then you'll have a video you can look back and see them at 5 weeks and so forth. Stuart, say hi to your mom and dad. Look at him. I don't know them yet. Stuart. Oh, he's gone to play. Oh, hello, Waffles. Okay, now look, you got Pistachio back there, pulling on the blanket, or trying to move it to get underneath it. Domino and Mushu are constantly play fighting with each other, and sometimes it'll be Domino, Mushu, and Waffles. But those are the 3 that do most of the grabbing and tackling. Pistachio, more she does exploring. Since last night, she spends a lot of time over at the edge here, looking over the edge, like trying to look at the world beyond the green wall, so to speak. Stuart, he does quite a bit of play fighting too, actually, with the boys, with Domino and Mushu. Milkshake mostly sleeps. She's just now starting to do more play fighting, but this one here is Milkshake. She mostly just sleeps more, but she's starting to play fight now. And now they're getting to the point at 5 weeks when they're play fighting. Sometimes they'll grab and they'll shake and they'll try to. You have to sometimes just redirect their attention because sometimes they'll grab the other leg or something of one of the other guys and start to shake them. Now Domino seems to be on that little spot. I'll show you what it is. What's so interesting? Casper, move. It's. Oh, I don't think the cord's long enough. 1 second. No, I can't get to it. But if I was to move that blanket, there's a wrinkle on the liner, and it makes like a bump. And here, let me just put this down 1 second. I just. One minute. What I do is I bring the blanket here, and I'm trying to wedge the blanket under the bars because I don't want them chewing or pulling that up. Pistachio just goes right back to it. And it was only last night that I took the other pool out, and I did that, to set up this little setup right here. But I don't want to talk about all that right now because I already spent 10 minutes wasting your time talking about that. I just want you to see the puppies. I couldn't understand. I thought the light was this isn't a heating light because they can regulate their own body temperature now. We don't have a heating light above them anymore. This is just a little light, so I can see them, right? So right now I've got all the lights on because I'm filming this video. But as soon as I hit stop recording, I'm going to turn off all the lights because it's already late at night. What time is it right now? Yeah, it's 5 minutes to 1. So as soon as I hit stop, I'm going to turn all these lights off, but I'll keep this one small light above them so I can keep an eye on them throughout the night. But the light kept going off, and I thought, is it faulty? Like, is it messed up? But you don't actually have to click the button. It's just more like it senses you touching it. And I didn't realize until a couple of days ago, the puppies were standing up and sniffing it. And when they would sniff it, as soon as their nose would just touch it, the light would go off. And then I'd be like, what's wrong with this light? And I would turn it back on. And then an hour later or so, it would be off again. But then I finally saw, so I made it, I put it up higher. So now hopefully they don't touch it with their nose. And then when I'm taking a small nap and whatnot, then I'll turn the light off too, so they can have a bit of darkness. But for the most part, it doesn't bother them. It's also so even when all the lights are out, the mother can see where they all are, so she can safely jump in if she wants to come check on them. But she doesn't really do that much anymore. They're 5 weeks now. She at this point, the mother tries. Oh, hello. She tries to stay away from them. So even though they're on puppy mush, they don't really need mommy's milk anymore. It's still good to slowly wean them off. So they're eating puppy mush, but I'm still putting the mother in a couple times a day, and they'll just eat for a few minutes. She doesn't like it anymore. They have teeth now, and it's just to give them that little bit of snuggle time almost with their mom. You know what I mean? Just so they're not completely starved for their mother's attention. But she no longer really jumps in anymore. I have to grab her now, and I have to bring her, and I have to put her in for a few minutes, and then as soon as I look the other way, she'll jump out. Look at that adorable face. Look at that face. That's Waffles right here, and that's Mushy and Milkshake. Oh, and there she is chewing the toy. There you go. She's the reason that went in there. Oh, I better turn that down. I don't want to get a copyright strike or whatever. I've got something on in the background on the TV. I don't know if you can hear it or if it's going through. I know YouTube is they're strict now with, I mean, you could have a song playing in the background for more than 30 seconds and they'll take the audio from your entire video off. It's pretty stupid. Years ago, for a hobby, I had a YouTube channel years ago. It was like a vaping review channel called Morgan's Reviews. It used to be called Morgan's Vaping Reviews, and then I switched it to just Morgan's Reviews. And it was just a hobby, and I would just review vape juice. But YouTube essentially, I think I worked my way up to around 2,000 subscribers, but then YouTube, they essentially killed all those channels because you could no longer talk about the flavor of vape juice. You could still talk about the hardware and stuff, but you couldn't talk about how it tasted or if it was good or bad. You couldn't, so any video that was made before that, they allowed to stay on, but you couldn't put any after. I don't know. So I just stopped doing it. It was just a hobby, but now this is not a hobby. Obviously, River City Pugs. I mean, we've been doing with our pugs for at least, I'm going to have to find the exact time frame. It's around 15, 17 years in that window. But either way, I've been involved with dogs my whole life. Like 14 years old, I was a volunteer at the local animal shelter in Sudbury, Ontario. And then 16 or 17, I can't remember, when I got my social security number. I then worked part time during high school, evenings and weekends at the animal shelter. And then after high school, I stayed there for, oh geez, I think 4 more years. I was an animal cruelty inspector. And then from there, I started working as an assistant to Dr. Wee on the veterinarian side of the shelter. So I've worked with animals my whole life. I've always enjoyed, like, I've always been happier working with animals. And then, of course, I got into construction and stuff as an adult and raised my children and paid my bills off construction. But I was never happier than when I was at the shelter. I always loved working with animals. And now that we're doing the pugs for the past 15 so plus years, that's the part of that I enjoy. Like, I love working with animals. You have the hard times where you have babies that are struggling, and you have the good times when they're all doing great. And it's nice to make a difference and help them out. I can't remember. Yeah. So, anyways, the YouTube channel, it was more of a hobby that I did. The other one, Morgan's Reviews, but this is not a hobby. This is more of a passion, and this is a different channel. There's no pressure. There's no stress. I don't need to have 300 or 3,000 subscribers. This is just for our future pug mummy and pug daddies, so they can have a catalog of videos to go back and look at. Or it could be for someone who's considering buying a pug, and they want to get to know us or how we do things, or uh, find out more about our breeding line, or see the puppies that are currently available. So that's okay. They're starting to fall asleep. Before they all get too tired, I'm going to do close-ups of them. So let me just set this camera up right here. Okay. I gotta change their blanket one more time tonight. All right. First, I'm going to show you the ones that are currently available, and then I'm going to show you the ones that aren't available in case you're the mom or the dad of that particular dog and you want to see a close up of how they look at 5 weeks. So, come here, sweetie. Oh no, don't get mad. This is Pistachio. Oh boy. See if I can get her centered. Oh, I'm gonna have to. 1 second, sweetie. I'm gonna have to turn that camera up a bit, so it's not even on the puppies, but at least that way when I'm holding. Okay, sweetie. Okay. That way when I'm holding them, you'll be able to see them. This is Pistachio. Oh boy. She looks very unimpressed. That's Pistachio. Oh, here, sweetie. Get your little feet out. Good little focus. There we go. Oh my God. So you see they go from 60 to 0 pretty quick. She's falling asleep. So that's Pistachio. A lot of people are saying, oh, hello. See the little white on her chin? And then this side right here of her face is very dark black underneath here. A lot of people are saying, oh, she's a fawn, which is sad because no, she's not. She's actually not a fawn. A fawn wouldn't have, like, obviously the white on the paws and whatnot. She did have markings, lost some of it, so now, but it's, if you see it in person, it's still kind of like a molted kind of look. But anyways, no, she's not a fawn. If she was a fawn, her ears would be solid black. I know they might look solid black, but if the camera adjusts, see, it's a little bit of spotting at the very bottom, and then this part here is light, and this ear over here, if let the camera adjust, I don't know if it's going to. Anyways, no. If she was just a straight fawn, her body would be lighter. Her mask on her little face would be solid black, and then her ears would be solid black. No, she's a little merle. Oh my God, you guys, they're all asleep already. Uh, so that's little Pistachio at 5 weeks old. And now, Milkshake. We're gonna go to Milkshake. Let the camera adjust. Milkshake. Oh. Sweetie. I guess the black really covers her face. You can't see well. Perfectly. I don't know if you can see that perfectly flat face. Like they ran into a wall. Like you ran into a wall at birth. Oh no. So this is Milkshake at 5 weeks. She's obviously a Panda Pug. And they need another nail cut too, actually. Her back is pretty solid. They could have white blotches, but she's pretty solid there. And then she's got, let me just hold it this way. Obviously the white coming right here around over the top of her right shoulder and around her neck, back of her head. And then quite a bit of white if you look all up in here. Sorry, sweetie. And that's Milkshake. Oh, let me go lower at 5 weeks. That's little Milkshake at 5 weeks. Okay. You see what I mean, though? They'll wake up and they'll all play, and then they just crash. They're just, oh my God. Domino, you're like almost upside down here. Oh. This guy is also available. This is Domino. He was the runt of the litter, but he's doing really good now. He's the only male that's currently available. There's Domino at 5 weeks. His nose stayed pink. I know it doesn't look pink, it looks black, but it's actually not. His nose stayed pink, and then he has like little black speckles on his nose. Okay, thank you for the kisses, but I'm trying to show your face. Here we go. So it looks like his nose is black, but it's actually not. His nose stayed pink, and it has little white dots and speckles. The speckles are mostly on his nose and also his top lip part. His feet also stayed pink, but they have little black spots. A couple of black spots on this one, and mostly pink, but a few little black spots are showing up on this one. And then his little back feet mostly stayed pink with a few little black spots. His body, his undercarriage is almost completely white. If you look at his back, from the shoulder blades down, he's got the black koi pattern, all the molded pattern there on white. But then he has a large black patch just behind his right shoulder. And then his ears, very unique. It's like if I put my hand underneath, you'll see it's almost like the ear is white with white with a black around the edge of it, but then the inside it's like that too on the inside. This one here, it's hard to explain. Very unique looking. Anyways, this ear has more black than this one, but it's also like that right on the inside too. And then his face is pretty well solid white, except his right eye. He has a little bit. Oh, I should lower him. 1 second. He has a little bit of black right there. Let me move his ear back. See that little bit of black by his eye? Like it bled out from the behind his eye there, and then a little black dot right here. But aside from that, his face is mostly white. So this is Domino. Right there. 1 second. Right there. That's Domino, male, koi pug. And that's Domino at 5 weeks old. Okay. And falling asleep. Okay, buddy. So I showed Pistachio, Milkshake and Domino. This is Mushu. We're holding him back. He is, let it adjust. He's got that grumpy old man face. This is not going to adjust because he's so dark. No, Betty, stop that. Okay, so his whole body is like this, including his face, his head, everything. He's a blue merle. Oh, and he has that little bit of white on his chest there. Okay, buddy, I know. He's like, what are you doing? All right, so that's our little baby, Mushu, at 5 weeks. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna steal one more of you. Now this is my little sweetie. I know. You've got some big shoes to fill, baby girl. Yes, you do. This is her temporary nickname's Waffles. I don't know if we're gonna keep it. I'm 99% positive we are, but her little face reminds me of a Saint Bernard. 1 second, or maybe I'm wrong, but to me she's like a little Saint Bernard. But this is I'm 99% positive we'll keep her name Waffles. I'm not sure yet. Let me know in the comments what you think. But this is Waffles at 5 weeks. That's my little baby girl at 5 weeks. Yeah, that's my little baby girl, Waffles. Her back, she's a cream panda. Her back is mostly cream color right there. You can see there's a little bit of white right here. Her undercarriage is cream and white. And then she's got paws, like full solid white feet. Like not just the foot, but like half the leg down here. And then this one is just the paw. And then the same with her little back feet. But I love her face. It's really, she's got that, like her dad's face. She's got that really, you can't really tell, but it's really right here. It's just such a thick, chunky face. But yeah, this is Waffles at 5 weeks. I'll myself be watching this video down the road when she was 5 weeks old. Waffles, oh boy. And last but not least, sorry, buddy, your mommy and daddy might be watching, so you have to show yourself off. This is Stuart. If you guys are watching, your little baby Stuart. This is him at 5 weeks. Oh, let me turn. It screws me up. I'm looking at this little camera here and then the monitor, but I want to turn him and I've turned the wrong way. Okay, so this is, here, look up a little bit. There, that's Stuart. He's falling asleep. Oh, that's Stuart at 5 weeks. So, he's really fighting the Sandman. His eyes are still pretty bright blue, so cross our fingers. Hopefully they stay blue. But this is Stuart at 5 weeks. Stuart, here, look. Say hi to your mom. I'll try to get a close up there. Hey, sweetheart. He's tired. Look at that. Look at that nice flatness there of his face. Oh, and it reminds me a lot. He's like the male version of Waffles. He's got that real fat, chunky face there. His back, it's got that nice. It's more of a panda pattern, but because of down here, he's got koi in him too. Well, he has merle in him, which makes him a koi. But from here up, it's like the panda markings, and then from like here down, it's like the merle markings, making him a beautiful little koi pug. This is your baby Stuart, going home to you in 3 more weeks. This is him at 5 weeks. Well, 5 weeks and 4 days actually. He's 5 weeks and 4 days old. Okay, he's falling asleep. Hi, Waffles. Okay, I'm going to end this. It's what time is it? And it's 1:15. They're probably gonna wake up again at around maybe 2:30ish. And we'll change their blankets, and then at around that point, that's when I take my nap till about 7. So for about 4 hours. Okay, I have to open up that other program to turn this off. Okay, guys. Whoops, 1 second. For whoever is watching, we appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I'm probably going to upload this video tomorrow. But you guys all have a good night or a good day or whatever it is by the time you're watching this. Bye.